Hello and welcome to Farm Flint. Tis the holiday season, and I figured we'd do a seasonal recipe of cranberry sauce moss, where tangy meets sweet and nutritious meets delicious. Let's get it. Into a pot, we're going to add 1 cup of distilled water, 2/3 of organic coconut palm sugar, 1/3 cup of amber agave syrup, and we're going to give this a good mix, a good swirl, if you will. And we're going to allow this mixture to come to a boil before we add our rinsed cranberries. And these are whole cranberries to the pot. And then we're going to reduce this down to a simmer and allow these guys to soften up. And you see here, they will start to pop, and some of them have already done that. But we're going to leave them on the heat for just a little bit longer to allow the others to soften and pop open. And so here you see me smashing the cranberries up against the pan, and that's just me self popping them because otherwise they'll just sit whole, and we want to get them softened and prepared to be blended. Here I'm adding some mandarin orange zest and orange juice. You can use a regular orange. Mandarin oranges is just what I had. And then we're going to give that a mix. We're also going to add a teaspoon of my homemade vanilla Madagascarian. Is that what it is? I don't know. I think I'm making up stuff. But anyway, 8 ounces of seamoss gel. Now, I wanted to use a thicker seamoss gel, but that's what I had at the moment. So the texture is not going to come out like the way I want to, which is like the canned jellied cranberry sauce that I love so much. But the flavor is amazing. So that's what I'm really focused on for this recipe. So just to make it a tad bit sweeter, because it was just a bit little tangy there, I just added like a tablespoon more of the amber agave syrup. And I'm just going to turn off the heat and allow that to cool and prepare to blend it. And I'm using my Ninja bullet style blender to blend this. I want to blend it into a puree, so I didn't want to use my immersion blender that I normally use because it doesn't, well, it takes just a little bit longer for me to get it smooth, and this was the way I could do it quicker. So I blended it for about a minute, and you'll see here, I'm just going to show you the consistency of it. Definitely pretty thin, but as you can see, no lumps, nice and smooth. That's the texture that I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this mixture into some 8-ounce mason jars and pop them into the refrigerator and allow them to solidify. Um, that should take about 6 hours, but I allowed these to sit overnight because I wanted them to get as firm as I possibly could, knowing that the gel that I used was pretty loose and not as thick as I would have liked it to be. So, yeah, about 4 to 6 hours, it should be good. But again, I waited until the next day. There I am trying it out, and I'm getting a close up here because I just want to show you that the consistency is more like a applesauce, more like an apple butter. And so it was really nice. The flavor was so delicious. Adding that orange juice and that vanilla, perfect.